Hey, this is Mr. Geis for Algebra Unit 0.4 Notes. Today we're talking about translating verbal phrases into algebraic expressions, equations, and inequalities. So let's take a look at the first boxes. And they said that this is a think, pair, share. Now I know you guys are kind of all by yourself right now, but what I want you to do is try to think of up as many words that you can think of that mean addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. So you need to pause the video and think of as many words as you can. Okay? Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, go! Okay, and there are all the numbers or the words that I came up with. So, addition, we've got add, plus, sum, more than, and increased by. Now, someone in class asked, well, what about total? Well, the word total, what's that asking is for an answer to something, okay? It doesn't mean that you're doing addition, okay? It's just the answer of everything. So that's why total isn't on there. Now, for subtraction, all I did was think of opposite words. The opposite of add was subtract. Plus is minus, okay? Difference is another one. Less than and decreased by. Now, just make sure that we have to be careful with less than because is less than means that symbol. But if it's just the words less than, then it means subtraction. Okay? So you have to be careful about that. All right. All right, multiplication. Multiplication, we have the words multiply, times, and per, product, and of. And then for division, we have divide and quotient. And when I wrote fraction, it would look like this. 2 divided by 3, or the quotient of 2 and 3. That's what that would look like. Okay? Now, if you still need time to write those down, go ahead and pause the video. Otherwise, we're going to move on. Okay. Now, this says to translate the following verbal phrases into an algebraic expression and vice versa. So let x represent the unknown number. Anytime you see a number, we're going to use the variable x. Okay? All right, so let's start off. The sum of 4 and a number. So sum of 4 and a number. What's that telling us to do? Well, yeah, sum means to add, and we're adding 4 and a number. What about 2? A number multiplied by 4. So we've got a number multiplied by 4. So would we write x times 4? No, because that looks silly. We wouldn't write that. Okay. When we're talking about a number or variable being multiplied, we always put the number first. So it looks like this, 4x. 3. How would you write that down? Well, first we've got the variable. So we could write a number. And it's addition, so I'm just going to use plus 8. So it's a number plus 8. All right, 4. 4 says 2 more than a number. So we've got 2, we've got a number. It's telling us what to do. But did you guys know that more than is something where we have to switch the order? Yeah, we have to flip that around. So it's really saying, so when we write it, we would write it, so it's x plus 2. Same thing with less than. More than and less than, we have to switch. I'm going to write a little note off to the side so we remember. So more than and less than, we need to switch. Don't forget about that. All right, the difference, so there's our operation, the difference of 6 and a number. Difference means to, good, subtract. So the difference of 6 and a number, don't write it like this because that's saying -6 times x. Okay, that doesn't count. All right, what's going on with number 6? Hopefully you're saying multiplication. And guys, there's multiple ways you could write this. The one right off the top of my head is I'm writing 7 times a number. Okay, you could say the product of 7 and a number, or, well, that was the first one I can think of. Okay, so there's other ways that you could say it. Okay, 7, a number increased by 11, a number increased by 11. So 11 increased means to add 11 plus x. Or I'm sorry, I mixed those two around. Were you guys yelling at me? A number first, x plus 11. Order matters. Okay. Okay, what about 8? Okay, well, you could say 2, and that's being divided by a number. I like using the word quotient a lot. So you could say the quotient of 2 and a number as well. All right, number 5. 5 less than a number. Less than is our operation. And this is where we wrote that note where less than tells us we have to switch the order. Okay, so the number comes out front and then 5 goes to the back. And then why don't you pause the video to see if you can get 10 and 11 by yourself. Okay, good luck. Okay, the product of 9 and a number, 9x. And then the quotient of a number and 7 was x divided by 7. Or you could have written x divided by 7 that way, but that's the way you're going to see it the most. Okay? All right, let's move on down. So, some other important words to know. Okay? Squared. When you see squared, we need to know that that is a number with an exponent of 2. Okay, a number with an exponent of 2. Cubed is a number with an exponent of 3. So it would be like x squared or x cubed. Okay, and when you see the word double or twice, what that means is a number multiplied by 2. Okay, so it could look like 2x. Since those are examples, I'm going to put them in a different color. Okay. All right, let's flip it over. So just remember, equations have what symbol? An equation equal. All right. And the inequalities, we have the 4, and we talked about those 4 yesterday. Okay, it could be any combination of is less than or equal to, is greater than, or is greater than or equal to. All right, so this next part is asking us to translate the verbal phrases into algebraic equations or inequalities and vice versa. And once again, we're letting x represent the unknown number. Okay, so the sum of 6 and a number is 18. So the sum of 6 and a number is 18. Is that going to be an equation or an inequality? Well, I can't hear you. You're going to have to speak a little louder. Hopefully you're saying equation right away. Well, because the word is means equal. Okay. So sum means that we're adding. We're taking the sum of 6 and a number, and that, I'm just going to move that over a little bit, and that is 18. Okay. So the sum of 6 and a number is 18. Let's look at the next one. It says 5 more than a number is less than 10. Okay, so 5 more than a number is less than 10. And remember, more than, what do we have to do with more than? Yeah, we have to switch that order. So if you don't know if it's an equation or inequality yet, let's write it out. Let's do the translation. We have to switch the order, so x plus 5 is less than 10. So what's that going to be? Yeah, that's an inequality. Why don't you try C? Okay, hopefully you're writing 6 minus a number is less than or equal to 1. And that is a inequality. Ooh, D, you get to write it out yourself. First off, is it an inequality or an equation? You should see the symbol right there. It's an equation. Okay. And now we get to write that out however we want to. All right, I'm going to say 9 less than a number is 10. And is that okay that I wrote it like that? Well, yeah, because less than says that I have to switch the order. I want to really practice that so I know. Okay? Why don't you guys try E and F on your own? Go ahead and pause the video, and good luck. Okay, I'm going to go through super fast. So a number multiplied by 6 is greater than 2. So a number multiplied, oops, let me get the right color. A number multiplied by x is greater than 2. And that is an inequality. Right away, I know that f is an inequality. Okay. Sorry, I was writing that really fast. And I like the word quotient. I told you that before, so I'm going to say the quotient of 4 and a number is less than 7. And when you're writing that inequality, remember, it has to say is less than. If it just says less than, then you mean subtraction. All right. Now, the bottom is independent practice that you're going to try these on your own. Okay? So I will pause the video and you guys need to try 1 through 5, well, 1 through 8, but we'll break these up by, we'll just break them up 4 and 4. Okay? So the first time you pause it, we'll go through 1 through 4. Second time, 5 through 8. All right? Good luck. Pause that video. Okay, so for number 1, we have a number plus 4 is 6. 2, the product of 6 and a number is 12. You could have also written 6 times a number is 12. Number 3, I know we had a lot of trouble with this one in class. Remember that that's x squared, so that's why I'm saying a number squared is less than or equal to 8. Okay? And 4, the quotient of 9 in the number is greater than 12. Okay, so that's the first couple, and now 5 through 8. Okay, so go ahead and pause the video and try those ones as well. Okay, and there you go for 5 through 8. X squared minus 7 equals 15. Now for number 3, we got 3 and a number cubed. Remember that cubed means 3, but we've got the words more than, so we have to switch the order. Okay, a number decreased by 10 is less than or equal to. Okay, make sure you're paying attention to that. And 8 is equal to the difference is telling us to subtract, of 12 in a number. Okay? Well, guys, that's it for all of your notes. Your homework is 0.4 practice. Okay, remember, it says no calculator. Your quiz is, or your test is coming up soon. Okay? So I hope you're ready. Well, that's it for the end of Algebra Unit 0.4 Notes. This is Mr. Grice signing off. Thanks for watching.